no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
It's Raiders Mailbag time, and today's show is presented by Manscaped. Head on over to manscaped.com/Raiders where you guys can save 20% off and get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. So what we like to do here on the Raiders Report is let y'all ask your questions, and then I go ahead and answer them, and I do this every single live show on Tuesday, which, remember, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. This first Super Chat's coming in from Derek. What's up, brother? Breakout player this season, Rasual Douglas. Worst contract, Damon Arnette. Breakout player, I actually like the Douglas pick a lot. There have been a lot of people sleeping on him, but he's actually a pretty talented player and a young age. Worst contract is Damon Arnette. I don't really agree with that, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Arnette. You can't really say that his deal, 4 years, making about $3 million a year, is the worst contract on the Raiders. Christian Garcia, much love from Tampa, Florida. Raider Nation for life from Chris and Scrappy. Shout out to Chris and Scrappy. Much love. All right, Jonathan, you're next up. I love Derek Carr, and I'm far from a hater, but I do think he has the dumbest contract. He should have been paid less and receive his current contract now. So, the biggest issue with a lot of contracts is, quarterbacks always become the top guy. When he signed his 5-year, $125 million, everyone was freaking the hell out, oh, my God, he's getting paid so much money. I've never really liked the whole guaranteed type of contracts for certain guys because so much shit can happen. Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. In the NFL, man, you have so much turnover. But in terms of receiving his current contract now, 22.1 and then 19.9 next year, but I don't think it makes you a Derek Carr hater. In fact, by disagreeing with Derek Carr doesn't make you a Derek Carr hater. It can make you a realist. Project 1337. N'Keal Harry has requested a trade. Should we take a shot at him or keep the wide receiver core the way it is? So two things. It's actually corpse is how you would spell it, but it's core how you say it. In terms of N'Keal Harry, I'm good, man. We have Bryan Edwards. Edwards is a better player than N'Keal Harry, and everything that you're hoping Bryan Edwards could be is everything that you're hoping N'Keal Harry could be. Harry's got the talent, needs to stay healthy. Edwards got the talent, needs to stay healthy. We got Nicholas Perkins, big fan of Perkins Restaurant back in my hometown in the 570. How many sacks for Clee this upcoming season? I'm hoping for 5, and it seems like a little bit of a low mark simply because obviously you draft somebody number 4 overall. You're hoping for a little bit more production, but at this point, I'm hoping for 5, but he needs to continue to play well in run defense. According to Pro Football Focus last year, the 16th best edge rusher, defensive end in the NFL. Why? Because he played inside and he played outside, but sacks-wise, I'm going to go 5 for Clee. Walter is a Raider fan. Playoffs or nah? I mean, I gave my 10-7 record prediction for the Raiders. They have an opportunity to make the playoffs, no doubt about it, but they also have a very tough schedule. And they need to be able to finish the season strong. If they don't finish the season strong, then they don't deserve to make the playoffs. So I hope there is a chance. I'm going to give it 2 Chucky heads, but again, people are talking. Let's go to the Big Kahuna 69. Everyone spam 69. Thoughts on this Xavien Howard trade? All right, Carl Nassib, Damon Arnette, and a first for Xavien Howard. I mean, so Jeremy's going to go ahead and try to get this trade together for y'all. That way you can see it. But essentially, Xavien Howard hasn't been going to Dolphins camp. He's been unhappy. He wants a new contract. But, all right, let's show this up, bad boy. So the Raiders get Howard, who I'll say right now is one of the top cornerbacks in the league. He had over 20 pass breakups last year, 10 interceptions, phenomenal player. And then for Nassib, Arnette, and then a 2022 first-round pick. So what do you guys think? Who ends up winning this trade? If this is a trade that ended up going down, I want you to type R for Raiders, or I want you to go down in the comments section and type D for Dolphins. The biggest reason why I'm going to go ahead and say that the Raiders win this deal is because you get rid of Carl Nassib, so you no longer have to pay him his crazy contract, so you save a shit ton of money there. You also get out of Damon Arnette, who, let's face it, it's going to be a washed-up pick. And then for a first-round pick, the Dolphins want at least a first. If Jalen Ramsey goes for 2 firsts, why can't Xavien Howard? So essentially, you're getting Howard for Damon Arnette and a first-round pick. I mean, to me, that's an absolute steal, so I'm going to go ahead and type R for Raiders. Now, if the Raiders do pull off some crazy move for Xavien Howard, or if they go out and sign some other player, we're going to be making a video about it here. Now, we are the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube for 2 reasons. One, because we have the best fan base on YouTube. Raider Nation is absolutely crazy. But we also keep you guys up to date, free videos the entire offseason. But I know a lot of people are always like, Mitch, I subscribe. Can we grab a drink? Can we do this? Can we do that? And I always say this. If you subscribe to the show, the first round is on me. If you are under 21 years old, well, then I'll buy you a plate of food or something like that. So an appetizer, there we go. And if you guys want to get together, if you want to meet up, have a drink, maybe some food, you guys can meet me at Virgil's Barbecue in Las Vegas. I'm going to be in Vegas from July 14th to July 19th, but the day that I want to be able to hang out with y'all, you can also meet some parts of my family, is going to be July 17th at 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. This is obviously time in Las Vegas, but it's near the Link Promenade. But if you guys look up Virgil's Barbecue in Las Vegas, I'm going to be there 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So set a calendar invite, and if you want to make sure that I'm going, you can always message me on Instagram at MitchellRens365. All right, let's go to Angel. What up, brother? How you feel about Karl Joseph? Good depth player. Good depth player. Knows what his role is going to be on the team. It's going to be to back up Jonathan Abram, but also needs to be able to come in and fill in if Abram does really struggle. But Gruden really likes Joseph. Joseph was one of the really good players on this Raiders team in 2019. Was kind of hoping that they kept him around. Didn't have the best year in Cleveland. He wanted to come back. He wanted to be a Raider. So I actually do like Karl Joseph a lot. What up, Phil? What do you think happens next offseason? Green Bay tags Adams or lets him test the free agent market? I mean, they might go ahead and tag him. It could be an option, but if I'm Adams, I mean, I say either you give me a long-term deal, 5 years type of deal, or else you let me go. Like, you can still tag him, but then he can sit out. Like, he can, opt to not do that, and then maybe they tag him, and then they try to trade him. That's an option, but if I'm Adams, man, I want to hit the free agent market. I want to sign a deal, 5 years, $115 million. That's where I think he's going to end up getting. All right, what up, Cam? Our last Super Bowl appearance was in 2002. If Chucky can't get it done in the next 3 years, how long till we make a future appearance? So, making a Super Bowl is not easy. And unfortunately, I do think the NFL right now is not spoiled, but Mahomes and the Chiefs, we have to watch them make it to the Super Bowl, right? That's kind of a pissed off feeling. And then Tom Brady, what he's been able to do, we have to realize that we live in an era right now where you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes in our own division, and there's this guy named Tom Brady who's got 7 Super Bowls, right? What he's been able to do is just redunculous. But if we can't get it done in the next 3 years, it's still, I'm not going to put the panic meter because making a Super Bowl is very difficult. All right, Johnny. Any news on Divine Deablo injury and contract signing? So far, nothing yet. Reminder, I am making this video on Tuesday, July 6th, so if something does come out later, that's that's on y'all to be able to keep updated. But as it stands right now, it's an undisclosed injury, and he will probably get his deal done before training camp. Training camp is July 27th, so keep that date in mind. Let's go to David's younger brother. If there was one team the Raiders could trade Mariota to, who would it be? Asking for a friend. Okay. So Mariota definitely has been linked to a lot of actually different teams this entire offseason in terms of trade rumors, simply because the Raiders didn't like his contract. They were hoping somebody would trade for it. It's why they ended up restructuring it. Now he's only going to make $3 million. But if you were to ask me which 5 teams are probably the most likely, I made a video on this a few weeks ago, so shout out to Jeremy for finding this graphic real quick. Here are my top 5 Mariota destinations. He could be a backup to Zach Wilson. I think that would make a lot of sense. I know Miami has Tua and they have Jacoby Brissett, but maybe you get the Hawaiian boys together, Tua and Mariota. The Philadelphia Eagles, their offense is going to be predicated on being able to run and pass some RPOs with Jalen Hurts. Maybe if he does end up getting hurt, but you can go out and get Mariota. The Seahawks have Geno Smith. Mariota's better than him, and there were some rumors this offseason. And then for the Ravens as well, RPO type of offense, maybe could insert Mariota. Those are my top 5 teams to trade for him if it does end up going down. All right, let's go to Damian Franco. If Fred Warner or Evan Engram does not re-sign next year with their teams, do you think the Raiders should take a shot at them? I'm very interested to see why you're going to go with a great linebacker and then a halfway decent tight end. So Ingram's biggest problem is he just keeps dropping the football. I'm good with Foster. I'm good with Darren Waller. I don't know if you mean somebody else. But Fred Warner, if you have an opportunity to get Fred Warner, you go ahead and do it. He's one of the best linebackers in the game. Top 5, I would say. You could even make the argument the best linebacker in football right now. All right, Aaron, what up, man? Hey, Mitch, where do you think the Raiders rank in the AFC West? If I'm being 100% legitimate with you, if from top to bottom, I still think the Raiders have the second best team in that division because I will put Derek Carr as the second best quarterback in that division. However, if they finish third, it wouldn't surprise me. If they finish fourth, it wouldn't surprise me. The Chargers did a lot of good things this offseason. I like Justin Herbert. The Broncos have the best offense and defense minus the quarterback position. Like, if Denver gets a QB, I wouldn't be surprised if they were the second best team in the AFC West. The issue is it's the Chiefs, and then 2, 3, 4 can all be split between all those other teams. But best odds, I like the Raiders' odds because they have the worst odds in the AFC West. I believe they're like plus 1,800 right now. All right, Jack, how many Chucky heads to get Poole? It's 1 Chucky head to get him. It's 4 Chucky heads if we should get him. If you're telling me Nevin Lawson is the starting slot corner, I've said it 100 times, you need to change that. Hell, even the Cole Roby-Coleman would be a slot cornerback that I would love the Raiders squad and get. For whatever reason, they haven't done it yet, so I just don't know what else I can say or do at this point. I'll tell you what, though, y'all. If you guys' balls are swimming around in a bunch of hair, get rid of that stuff. Manscaped.com/Raiders is how you do it. Free shipping, and did I say it's 20% off? I don't even remember at this point. Usually it's $109.99. We're going to cut that down for you. Only $87.99. If you want to know what my favorite, I guess, thing to buy there, it's the Perfect Package. Why is it called the Perfect Package? It's simple. If you use all their products, the Lawnmower 4.0, the ball toner, the ball deodorant, the most comfortable boxers you'll ever wear, your balls will look perfect for you. So manscaped.com/Raiders is the link. It'll be down in the comments. It'll be down in the description. I use Manscaped every single week, and if you don't believe me, message my girlfriend on Instagram. All right, let's go to this next one. Coming in here is from Joker Johnson. If or when Rodgers gets traded, who do you think Adams would choose to play for again the most when he becomes a free agent? Or all right, so basically, you're going between if Rodgers goes somewhere else, will Adams want to go play with Rodgers, or would he want to go play with Derek Carr because he said it'd be a dream come true? It comes down to money. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to dollars and cents. And if you're Davante Adams and you have an opportunity to get the biggest payday of your life because your big contract is going to come next free agency period, you go to the team that gives you the most money. Now, if you want to try to play for a championship, I'm not going to blame you there. But I believe he's going to go to the place that pays him the most money. All right, Armin, do you think Monday Night Football will be a shootout? I hope so. I also know I'm going to be live for Monday Night Football, and I'm going to be live for every single Raiders game during this year. Let's face it, man, tickets are expensive. And I don't really want to be the guy that, says, oh, you should go to every single Raiders game. I'm not going to go to probably a single Raiders game this year. Why? Because I'm going to be doing watch parties on our YouTube channel 100% free for the people that can't go ahead and spend all that money. And if you want to stay at home, if you're driving somewhere, and if you want to turn on the Raiders Report, we do watch parties 4 or 5 hours. They're a lot of fun. We get up to 8,000, 9,000 people watching at one time. So go ahead, subscribe. Don't miss all of our awesome shows during the season. Let's go to Poised FN. Do you think Richard Sherman would still consider coming to Vegas? Yes. It's a defense. The things that he said were he wanted a 2-year contract. This is a few months ago. And he wanted to play on a defense that he's familiar with. He's familiar with Gus Bradley. I'm not sure if the Raiders would give him a 2-year deal. Could be one of the reasons why he's still out there. But Sherman wants to be a veteran, and I know Gruden likes him a lot too. So, yes, the Raiders are probably still in that top 5 teams to go out inside for Sherman. What up, B? I really want to see Mariota and Ruggs in the preseason. I got to see the Ruggs improvement. Raiders. I also want to see Mariota. I also want to see Ruggs. Like, for anybody out there that's like, oh, I don't watch the preseason, shame on you. You absolutely should watch the preseason, especially because we didn't get it last year. And this is a time where you can see so many of your younger players, and we're also going to be doing watch parties for it, so hopefully you guys do tune in. Let me know down in the comments which player you want to see the most during the preseason. So speaking of Mariota, all right, I see this. What is Mariota worth in a trade? All right, I like this question a lot. So in terms of what would you potentially offer up for Mariota, like if there's a team out there that wants to make a move for him, so whether it's the Ravens, Jets, or any of those other teams that I mentioned before, what would you give up for Mariota? I mean, personally, if somebody were to offer me a 5th-round pick, I would take that. If you'd offer me a 6th-round pick, I might even go ahead and take that. It's not that I don't like him. It's just Derek Carr is your option, and if it's not DC and he's not out on the field, I kind of worry that this season's just going to be lost anyway. Let's go to Jeff Rogers. What up, my man? Probably been around with what? Since like 5K subs. Do you think Gruden will last all 10 years of his contract? The answer to this is I sure hope so, because if he does, that means the Raiders are winning football games. If it's a no, I think you got to make the move sooner rather than later because you can probably give him another year, maybe 2, but if you go 5 years, your first 5 years of your contract, and you don't make the playoffs, coaches don't make it through that. There's a lot of coaches that would have already made it 3 years what he's done. So we'll see, but I sure hope so. All right, Jordan. Hey, Mitch, yesterday I sent you a picture of my Derek Carr jersey and some new Raiders stuff. The reason I bought Derek is because he is a great leader and a great quarterback. I mean, he is a good leader. He's a good quarterback as well, but I can't tell you that he's going to be the quarterback of the entire future for this team. I hope that he can be, because if he is, then that means the Raiders are winning football games, but we'll see. But, yes, I remember the picture. I do get a lot of DMs, though, so keep that in mind. All right, what up, Luke? What's up, brother? How do you think Henry Ruggs will do? I personally think he will have 750 to 800 yards because of how the Raiders' offense is. So on my way to Topeka, Kansas over the weekend, I actually had this question: what are your exact projections on Henry Ruggs? And it came out to like 77 targets. It was like 42 or 46 grabs, 726 yards, and I had 4 touchdowns. So those are my projections on Henry Ruggs. What up, Daddy D-Dub? Do you think the Gus Bradley difference alone makes us a contender? Contender's a strong word. Like a playoff contender? Yeah. Super Bowl contender? No, not quite there yet. The Bradley though defense is super simple, and that's what's also great about it. Sure, other NFL teams will kind of know what you're doing, but I do believe that just simply the Bradley change at defense is really going to help this team from maybe instead of being like a top 20 defense, you're hoping they can get in the top 15. Because if the Raiders' offense can get a little bit better, which they were like 11th last season in terms of points scored, if they can just take that jump and be a top 15 defense, this is a playoff caliber team. All right, y'all, so I think I've said this a few times on the live show, and I'm going to mention it one more time here. So if you guys want to meet me in Las Vegas in person, yes, drink, food, all that good stuff, I'm going to be at Virgil's Barbecue near the Link Promenade. Yes, Las Vegas, July 17th. It's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. You guys can follow me on IG. I'll be posting about my entire Las Vegas experience, but I want to be able to meet up with some people that watch the show. So save this in your calendar if you live in Las Vegas. Tell your friends, tell them to come on, hang out. We'll get some drinks, have some food, have a good old time. But Saturday, July 17th, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. If you have any questions, hit me up on IG, MitchellRens365. All right, let's go to Richard. How's Leatherwood doing? So far, so good. I mean, everything that players have been saying is what I like to see. Tom Cable's been speaking very highly of him. You knew that Leatherwood was going to be good, but can he be great? Can he be worth that 17th overall pick? That still obviously remains to be seen. All right, Kenny. I'm planning on hitting up the Raiders road games, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis. I don't know if I'll be going to any Raiders road games. I would love to, but out of those 3 games, the one I'd be looking forward to the most for me personally would be Pittsburgh because I grew up in Pennsylvania. So good luck going to all those games, though, man. We got Filthy. Do you think Waller will have over 1,300-plus yards? I'm going to say no because the way that Derek has spread the love his entire career, I just don't know if Waller's going to have another 107 grabs because you're hoping that Ruggs steps up. You're hoping Edwards steps up. John Brown's going to be a good option as well. And with Kenyon Drake also now in the mix, Foster Moreau being there, it's going to be like maybe Waller goes back to 90 grabs, 1,050 yards, and still could be around 8 or 9 touchdowns. But I'm hoping his numbers do come down a little bit, and that way everyone else kind of blossoms as well. All right, y'all, we got Mr. Leans Mar. How do you feel about these Chiefs fan in your chat? Honestly, I haven't seen a single Chiefs fan down there, but anytime you see somebody in the Chiefs, Broncos, if they're not repping silver and black, just start spamming Raiders to get them out of the chat. It's by far the easiest way to go ahead and do it. But hey, if I got a Chiefs fan watching, maybe they can go ahead and subscribe. I got to be doing something right around here.